Friday, baby. Another Friday, I know what it is, man. Ayss Sports, man. TGI Friday, man. Yes, sir. We got my main man, Douglas Bend, in the building, baby. Let me know what I'm sounding like, Doug. Remember, you my audio guy. Let me know if the audio is good, baby. Locked and loaded, you heard? Let me know what that audio sound like. Let me pay something. Hold up. Yes, sir. Snack sessions earlier. TGI Fridays open sessions right now. What else can you add, guys? Ask for. What else? Tell me what the audio sound like, Doug. Loud and clear. That's what I want to hear, brother. Let's wait for more people to come in the building. Hold up, my glasses are kind of foggy and shit. Mark Guillory in the building. I'm going to call you in roughly in about 10 minutes. Don't go nowhere, Mark. I know you like to disappear with a truly, baby. Don't go nowhere. Let me clean my glasses. Before the building, baby. We got an early visit from the champion. He just sent me a warning yesterday and said he might not want nobody to eat today but himself. I'm just putting it out there. Just being the middleman on that. Before said y'all be lucky if y'all eat today, man. Real talk, man. Let me let the peoples file up so we can start this marvelous show. You already know, baby. Okay, Doug, I appreciate you, man. And I hope to make your night while you're in the hospital, man. You heard? Because you know you're going to get some work, baby. You already know that. All right. Let me pause this up real quick. Take these off. We're starting to get peoples in the room. And before I lose the peoples in the room, I want to start getting going. My eyes are burning. I don't know why, but my eyes are burning. Okay, feeling a little better now. A little better. Okay, baby. Snack sessions was earlier. Me and my man, the all hold that down. If y'all missed that, y'all can watch the replay on snack sessions that took place earlier. Let's start the show. Message of the day. Well, I got the peoples in the building, baby. Message of the day, y'all. Just remember, your co-workers will snitch on you and then come up to you and be like, yo, everything all right? You good? That's why I keep telling y'all. There's some good co-workers, don't get me wrong. But the majority of them are not your peoples. I told you that. And this ain't a prior experience for mine. This was a long time ago, but I got a boy that just went through this. And when he told me this, I already knew I was going to put this on the show. Your co-workers are not your peoples. They will go up to you, knowingly they snitched on you, knowingly they went to the boss about you, and go to you and be like, yo, everything good, man? You all right? Fuck them all, man. With people like that, you don't need people if they're going to be rocking like that, man. Let's start the show, baby. Ayss Sports, baby. The raw truth. TGI Friday, baby. No drinking and driving. Y'all already know what the fuck it is, man. Stand 10 toes up, man. And don't drink on your car, man. If you're going to drink, wait till you get to the lab, man. Go to the lab, drink all you want. Put the belt on your foot so you don't leave the house for nothing, man. Because I'm telling you, man, a drunk driving ticket will fuck your whole life up. ASAP. ASAP. And don't hit nobody, because you definitely be done. That's the message of the day, man. I can't keep telling y'all shit if y'all not going to be listening to shit. Take all this shit and store it and utilize it when y'all need to utilize it, man. Let's start the show. All right. All right, give me a minute. Let me get my paperwork straight. A lot of shit I got to take care of before the show starts. It's crazy. Low in the building. Everybody who tapped in. Brian Breezy in the building. If I ain't call you out, Steve Levine, my bad. I'll come back to y'all, man. Go to YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York. I got to get that out for my Spanish peoples. Peace to the shooter. Peace to Price Tag Entertainment. Futex. Mac 1 Beats. And of course, like I told y'all, the sports book reviews. I got the series on YouTube. Tap into YouTube and get all my sports book reviews. And last but not least, shout out to Arrowhead Media. They do content, shooting, editing, all kind of content. Flexible hours also. Reach out to them at Arrowhead Media 702 on Instagram if you want to get any shots, shooting, editing, whatever you want. These are your guys. They got good prices, they good people, and they will help you out like they did me. That's why I fucks with them. First thing I'm going into, shout out Jay Curry in the building. I see you, dog. I see you. Big fight last Saturday. Me and my man covered it today on Snack Sessions. But for those people that get out of work, that do have a life and have to work today, I'm going to tap into it. Me and the R basically agreed that the draw was the right decision. We all know that if they would have counted Tank a knockdown when he went to the canvas, that would have determined the fight. And I'm not going to lie, as much as I thought that Roach, could have won the fight, I would not like him to win it because of that. So being a draw without that part being involved, especially if he didn't go down to the canvas via a punch. He went on his own will. Now, they said it's the referee's discretion. That could go anyway. But me personally, I had Tank on a knockout under 8.5. I lost. And I'm not a Tank fan. I just thought those would be the results. But what I'm saying is, I'm glad it was a draw because I'd have been mad if they would have took Tank the fight away from Tank because of that. And I definitely would have been mad if they would have gave Tank the fight because they didn't call that. And Roach lost the fight on a fight that he fought the fight of his life. So I thought the draw, in my opinion, like I said, I'm not an aficionado. Like my man, the R said, fights a judge round by round. I didn't have my scorecard. I wasn't doing round by round. But I did the eye test. And the eye test told me that it was a draw in my book. I could be wrong, but it was a draw in my book, and it was a draw in their book. And my thing is, I hope Tank gives this guy a rematch, which I know he's not. We spoke about it. We know that Tank is leaning on fighting like a big-name fighter, like a Lomachenko or basically Shakur. To me, I go back after Roach, but if it doesn't make sense for Tank, White fight Roach when you could lose that fight and you're going to get less money. I get it. It's business. That's what boxing's about. Mayweather fucked the game up with his mind thinking, and now everybody's following Floyd shit. And that's what hurts boxing, is that kind of mindset. And that's just my take on that topic. All right, I'm going to pivot real quick. I'm just going to give y'all the top 10 of the college basketball. Like I said, the closer we get to the tourney, once we get into the tourney, I'm going to have my son Noah Parker come in. I'm going to have all my guys available for the tournament because we're going to break the tournament down. As of right now, as of yesterday, as I looked in the 25 poll, I'm going to give y'all the top 10. We got Auburn number 1, 27-3. Duke number 2, 27-3. Houston 3, 26-4. Tennessee 24-6. Florida 26-4. Number 6, St. John's 26-4. Sugar in the building, I see you. Number 7, Bama 23-7. Number 8, Michigan State. Don't sleep on Michigan State. 24-5. Number 9, Texas Tech. 23-7. And number 10, Iowa State. 22-8. These are the top 10. I'm not going to go through the 25. It's too much work. Top 10, we will be tapping in. I'm just throwing little nudges so that when we go in, it doesn't come out of nowhere. Other news. Orlando Magic guard Jalen Suggs out for the remainder of the season after having arthroscopic surgery to remove a cartilage fragment in his left knee. Averaged 16.2, 4 rebounds, 3.7. Magic are 8 in the conference. This was a big loss because they're not deep to start off with. And when you lose Suggs, who averages 16.2, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, This is a contributor on a Magic team that don't have too many people over there. I mean, they got Wagner, Paolo, Suggs. Doesn't go deeper than that. They lack a lot of talent. This is a big loss for Orlando Magic. Other news: Philadelphia Eagles make Saquon Barkley the highest paid running back, giving him a 2-year extension worth $41.2 M's contract extension, 36 M's guaranteed. Salute to Saquon Barkley that was going through hell with the New York Football Giants. They ain't even want to give this man 14 M's or 15 M's. Not only does he go to the Eagles, he almost breaks the rushing record. They have a great record. They win the Super Bowl. He gets an extension. He breaks the running back's record for yardage, and he might get the running back position back into football where they start paying the running backs like they should. Because they've been mistreating the running backs in the NFL for the last couple of years, and hopefully Saquon Barkley changes all of this around. Salute to Saquon Barkley. Other news: Dallas re-signed free agent defensive tackle Osa Indiuza to a 4-year, 80 M's deal, 50 M's guaranteed, 58 M's guaranteed, and $20 million signing bonus. Salute, bro. 25 solo tackles, 4.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. The key component on the Cowboys line, because they basically ain't got nobody else. Other news: Las Vegas Raiders extend 4-time Pro Bowl defensive end Max Crosby to a 3-year, $106.5 million contract, $91.5 million guaranteed. Crosby's under contract through 2029, and I know I made the decision for him. The fact that Brady's involved, the fact that you picked up a coach and Pete Carroll, the organization looks like they're going to turn around sooner than later. Crosby said, you know what? Let me get the bag. I'm going to stay with y'all. Salute to Max Crosby. Other news: Kyrie Irving out for the year. This breaks my heart because I'm one of the guys that was very critical of Kyrie Irving and him fucking around with franchises' heads. Because he's known to go to a franchise, they give mad pieces up for him, and then he starts fucking around, don't play, plays injured, and then does all that Ramadan stuff. No disrespect to my Muslim brothers, but I'm just saying, he want to pull all this out and put teams in bad situations. But the last couple years with the Dallas Mavericks, Kyrie Irving's been balling out. I got nothing but great things to say about him, and I loved him even more when he shot them free throws with that torn ACL. He didn't know it was torn, but he knew something was broke because he couldn't even walk. And right now, Dallas is in a deep situation, but salute to Kyrie Irving. Great year, 24.7, 4.8 rebounds, 4.6 assists in 50 games. My hat goes off to Kyrie Irving. Other news: the Jacksonville Jaguars are trading wide receiver Christian Kirk to the Houston Texans for a 2026 7th-round pick. Now, remember, Tank Dell had that ill knee injury against Kansas City late in the year last year. I know they got Collins. I know they got a bunch of other cats over there. But Kirk is a tier 3 receiver. C.J. Stroud just got another guy that can catch the ball, create some yards after the catch. This is a more plus for a team that's kind of loaded in that position. So this is a great pickup. Tier 3, and all they giving up is a 7th-round pick for a veteran wide receiver. Where my man at? I'm waiting on my man Mark Guillory to show up in the building. Gave y'all all the motherfucking short stuff that I be giving y'all. Now it's time to go to work for real, y'all. Where Mark Guillory at? Salute to everybody, man. Everybody tapping in, salute, man. Let me try to get my boy. Wait. Spin a minute. Let's see if he remembers the routine and all that stuff.
What's up, Al? What's up, Big Al?
What's going on, my brother? You hear me?
Oh, man, everything's gravy.
Before I start, I want to say pleasure having my boy Mark Guillory back, a.k.a. Eric Allen. That's what I call him. And what's going on with you? What you been doing the last couple weeks? You definitely haven't been tapping in the show. So what you been doing, dog?
Oh, man, I've been on vacation, enjoying Mardi Gras down here in good old New Orleans. We just finished up a great Mardi Gras. One of the longest Mardi Gras over the last 10 years. Went from January 6th all the way to March 7th. On Tuesday, whatever Tuesday was. But it's a long Mardi Gras. So that's what we've been doing down here in New Orleans.
But I was just hoping Al York could have got a little love from you, but it's all
Hey,
good.
man,
We work.
I
Different.
hope you
You
ate
would think you would have got love from me.
I hope you ate some king cake in honor of Mardi Gras.
Oh man, I don't know what I ate today, but I know I was in the red rice. Me and the R were eating everything in sight, but no pork. Though. Let me make that clear. No pork. You ready to start going, bro?
Let's get it on. Like
okay,
somebody
before
said.
we start anything you might want to tap on college basketball. I got nothing for you here, but in case you might have something on your mind, if there's anything on your mind on college basketball you might want to let out, or you good?
But that's actually funny that you said that, because I'm actually liking what we're going into in college basketball, both for men and women. The top 10 of college hoops is going to be fantastic. I think we're in for a hell of a March Madness. The top 5, starting out with Auburn and like Duke and Cooper Flag, and I cannot wait for these matchups to occur on the men's side. On the women's side, it's kind of tight too. I don't think South Carolina is just going to run through everybody on the women's side. I don't think Auburn's going to run through anybody on the men's side. It's going to be a great SEC tournament because Florida's good, Alabama's good too. So I'm looking.
This shit is stacked, Mark. They stack every year, but this shit is stacked.
This year is stacked on both men's and women's side. And you got your girl at USC that's just like doing triple doubles, like 30, 10, and 10. What's her name at USC? She's balling. Talk about Kristen Clark last year. JoJo at USC is absolutely balling. So I can't wait to see the tournament on the women's side, and I can't wait to see the tournament on the men's side. I think we're in for some really good basketball.
Yeah, we definitely are. That's a fact, man. I like the college hoops now. I've been watching the games every day. They got some good ass games, and it's like at any, like I said, what makes it so great is that one loss, you're out.
Yeah.
And these teams could be better on any night because the matchups are so fucking similar, Mark. You got these kids that like I said, you don't bring your A game every day, you're going home.
Got you. And also, you missed that the Raiders picked up Geno Smith at quarterback too.
Who they picked up?
We traded one of our two third-round picks for Geno Smith from Seattle.
So that
the Raiders.
Okay, I know I was reading upon it, but did it go through?
It doesn't go through till March 15th, which is the start of the 2025 NFL year.
Then who's good Seattle's going to do? I thought Geno was their guy.
We gave him a third-round pick. I think they're going to try to go after Sam Darnold. They're going to try to draft a quarterback.
It has to be that. Because they're not going to go with that young boy that was in Washington last year. They're not going with him.
Yeah, and Washington's stacking up, man. Washington's
they just picked
going crazy.
Debo, and that's huge.
And
my man
and got $95 million.
He said he's not going to mean nothing. He's bugging. He must not know Debo's game. Debo happy. Debo's a problem presenter. He's going to present a lot of problems.
They're going to be a problem. And they re-signed their linebacker too.
Yep. Okay, now that we on football, let's stay on football, Mark.
Sure.
I'm going to give you 5 names, and I want you to give me basically prediction destinations. We're going to start with 41 years old Aaron Rodgers, who's still a hot commodity, believe it or not. There's about 5-6 teams that want his services. A lot of people will say why after seeing the last couple of years with the Jets. But listen, I'm not trying to sound like I'm in denial, Mark. I think in the right spot, even though I thought the Jets was the right spot, I was wrong on that. I think he still could be very effective because Aaron is Aaron. And I heard 2 years off the Achilles, it's about when you're supposed to really be ready. He kind of rushed that. So saying all that, at 41 years old, where do you think Aaron will go to? And do you think that he'll be productive like he used to be? Talk to us.
Well, since the Giants just signed Russell Wilson and Raiders just signed Geno Smith, there's only a couple openings. You got Indianapolis, you got Tennessee, and then depending on what Minnesota does with Darnold, which I think actually if somehow, because I heard Seattle was trying to go after Sam Darnold. Now they got J.J. McCarthy right after him. I think that might be a good spot for your boy. The Niners are about to re-sign their quarterback. Purdy, so he wants to play with the Niners because he's from the Bay Area.
Right.
So he only has a couple spots, and the
No, if he
Fields
goes
is
to Minnesota, that's basically the same thing that Brett Favre did. All the same
right.
fucking team. That's crazy.
I think
That's
Minnesota
crazy.
probably is the best place for him to go.
Yeah, they stacked Dome Stadium. I agree.
Right,
Weapons, I agree.
But I don't think Aaron's problem is his injuries. His problem is his effect on the locker room. Can he lead men anymore? Because he's kind of a prima donna, kind of an asshole.
Yeah, he is an asshole. He ain't kind of an asshole. He is an asshole.
So it's up in the air whether he can actually be effective no matter where he goes. I don't know. I don't know that he can be effective. I mean, because I think if he goes to Minnesota, see in New York, not making excuses, but it's hard to quarterback in New York if you ain't got like that arm no more. It's windy in New York. It rains a lot in New York, and I know that applies to everybody, so I get it. But what I'm just saying, when you 41 years old, when Brett Favre went over there, I knew it wasn't going to work. Yeah, I just feel you got to be in the best suited weather situation because you already elder, you already older, and you got to have a line because all that don't mean nothing if you ain't got a line. I don't care if it's 65 degrees every day. You ain't got no line. You ain't going to produce. But I think with that big line in Minnesota, those weapons in Minnesota, I think he got 2 years left over there, and I think he could do pretty good. Super Bowl, I'm not sure, but I know he could do pretty good over there. That's my take. And there's also the Colts too. The Colts, because Anthony Richardson plays, and he's going to get injured every single year. He plays too hard.
Something about the Colts when they get old quarterbacks, it doesn't work out over there. Yeah, when they got Matt Ryan, it didn't work out.
Nah.
They got what's homeboy from the Chargers?
Oh, no, not Rivers.
Rivers didn't work out.
Rivers, yeah, Rivers.
Four U's didn't work out. The old quarterbacks don't work out over there. I don't know. I think it's a good fit, but I think Darnold would be a better fit over there than anything else.
Yeah. The comments are cracking me up.
Yeah. But
Jacksonville and the Cowboys.
Okay, real quick.
Who's next?
They just released 32 years old Devontae Adams. Do you think he just follows wherever Aaron goes, or you think there's a team that he could really do really good at? Talk to us.
Well, the rumor is that he wants to either go to the Niners, the Rams, or I think it's the Texans. But I know it's the
Niners. Like he want to go with Tomlin. I heard.
Yeah, I think he might. I think he might end up at the Niners. He could go. He could go there. I'm not sure with Fields though. Fields is not very accurate, so I don't think.
Yeah, he's got to get a quarterback.
I don't think Devontae wants to deal with that. But I think Purdy is very accurate, and he's Purdy's kind of receiver. He's a possession receiver and a deep threat. Purdy throws a nice spin. So I kind of feel like Devontae is going to end up at the Niners. They just gave up Debo too, so they
you have Ayuk, Adams, and Jennings. Kittle that tight end. I can see that.
That'd be nice. He's not coming back to the Raiders. I know that for sure.
Oh, that's definite. Okay, let me go to another guy. The Chargers recently released 9-year veteran, 29-year-old linebacker Joey Bosa.
Yeah.
Now, do you see him going to the team you hate, or you see him seeing to the team you love?
There's a lot of Raider Nation is like, chiming in on Bosa. So we wouldn't mind Bosa coming, but there's also, speaking of the Niners again, there's a rumor that he wants to play with his brother.
That's the Niners.
Which would be at the Niners. But there's a bunch of teams.
That's the team you hate.
Yeah, the team I hate. There's a bunch of teams that need that edge, though. But the problem with Bosa and the reason why he was released is because there's like 10 edge rushers coming out in the draft this year. It's a deep edge draft this year. You're going to see probably 10 edge rushers picked in the first 3 rounds that are pretty decent. So no one's paying $20 million a year for no edge rusher. That's why all these defensive linemen are getting released, because we got a good defensive draft coming in 2025. So I do feel like maybe the Cowboys or the Texans or even Jacksonville or even the Saints. The Saints might find some interest in Bosa. If he really wants to play for the Niners, I'm not sure what their cap situation is with that. I don't think it's going to fit because they're releasing people so they can pay Purdy.
Right.
So I'm not sure Bosa and
I'm
Bosa's
pretty
gonna,
sure Bosa will give him a deal though to play with his brother.
that might happen.
He's not going to take crumbs, but as long as they're around the neighborhood, he doesn't have to crack the bank over there. Is what I'm saying.
They do have some needs to fill, so I'm not sure the Niners are gonna, they are gonna go with that. But I would like to see him with, my home team, which is not my team, but it's still my home team, the Saints. I like to see Bosa here in New Orleans.
Okay. Where you think Myles Garrett's going to end up at? He said he wants out of Cleveland. I don't know if Cleveland's going to trade him, but I'm pretty sure if they get what they want, which is a lot, they will. Where would be? I know the Niners are really trying to get a deal for Garrett, and I heard there's another team in hot pursuit of him. But where would Mark Guillory like to see Myles Garrett at?
What I like to see him with the Raiders. And
I knew he was going to say that. I don't think that's a good fit.
On the other side of Crosby,
right?
Xavier, I do feel like Dallas is going to make a big push for him. But the owner and the management group,
I like that. X said Dallas.
Yeah, the management group canceled a meeting with him and his representatives where he demanded a trade. They canceled the meeting. So
right.
I don't think Cleveland is trading him. I think they're going to keep him. I don't think he's going anywhere. Cleveland is in such a bind with this Deshaun Watson contract. They can't cut Deshaun. They keep on pushing it out. They keep on pushing and readjusting.
That's why. Look, they could rebuild if they could get, let's say, a first round and a third round for Myles Garrett and maybe a now player, which I think he's worth all that. He's that much of an impact. I can see that happening because they need to rebuild. You already messed up on the Watson deal. Like, that's it.
There's nobody's giving a first round for Myles Garrett. Are you kidding me?
Nobody's a first round fan.
Nah.
Yeah.
If that was the case, if that was the case,
the Niners are going to pick about 25th, 26th. They'll give it up quick. Maybe you mean one of them top 5 pick guys won't. But yeah, you got teams in the 22nd, 23rd. Why not? Hell yeah. I know what you're saying. Top 5, 8? No. Them guys are ready to come in and start balling real quick. But you got 25th, 26th, man. You got guys that probably do okay. Myles Garrett is not an okay player. He's all pro, guy. He is
anybody giving up. I just can't see any management giving a first round pick.
2 second rounds or a first round. I think that'll do.
Yeah, I think that's too much. Maybe a third round, maybe a second round, maybe. A second round, not a first round, not a third round.
You must not know who Myles Garrett is then.
I know who he is, and I know what his contract is, too.
You know what it is? You see him on a bad team, getting triple team all the time. You're not really hearing his name. Put him on a team that got a guy on the other side that they don't have to triple team all the time. You're going to know a lot more about Myles Garrett.
Yeah, like Abby just suggested the Chargers because they just gave up Bosa, but I'm not seeing the chart. I think they gave up Bosa because they're going to draft an edge in the draft. You get an edge in the first round, you got a starter. So if you can get
I can see Harbaugh trying to get Myles Garrett.
But it's cost benefit at that point. If I get a starter at the same position, I got to pay a dude $20 million a year. I'm gonna draft a starter on a 5-year rookie contract. So I don't have, and then I can get more players for my money.
Well,
I'm not.
If you got somebody that could be a president, yeah.
That's why all these defensive players are being released.
If you get half of Garrett, then I might as well go get Garrett. But if you get somebody similar, maybe just a little lower, less, okay. But if Garrett is like no competition, you got to go get Garrett. But anyway, let's move on.
You go get Garrett if that's the last piece you need or one of the last pieces you need for your team. I can see you going to get Garrett, but just going to get Garrett because you want that piece where you have a deep draft where you can get a starter that's going to be productive and on a rookie contract. I don't see the cost benefit analysis of grabbing Garrett on a free agent trade and giving up a draft pick where I can get more players. I think right now, I think that the model that NFL teams are going to be following moving forward are the Eagles and the Chiefs models. They're not getting these big name free agents. They're getting position skill players, and they're filling these roles into the draft.
Right.
And it took a long time, but the Chiefs and the Eagles are like rolling right now, where they're just going to keep on bringing in these rookies. They're getting some, like, look at the Chiefs, man. They picked up Xavier Worthy in the third round last year, either the second or the third
No,
round.
I get that, but I'm going to tell you the impact Myles Garrett. You might think I'm bugging, but if he gets on a team that they don't have to triple team him, he'll be like a Reggie White impact. I'm not saying he's as good as Reggie White, but that's the kind of impact he's going to make on a team that they don't, like, you can't triple team him no more because there's other guys that can get to the quarterback. Unlike Cleveland, that they got really nobody there no more but Myles Garrett. But like I said, I don't want to overcook the grits. You made a great point going in the draft, etc. You know, you buy low and then you risk low, get high quality players. A lot of teams lucked out though. Pieces worked out. Chiefs pieces worked out with the Eagles. A lot of times, like the Cowboys and the Giants, the pieces are not working out.
Right.
So this is why I'm saying that. Okay, let's go to another big name. I know for sure they want a 1 and 3 for this guy, and that's definitely too much. And that's DJ Metcalf. Maybe a 1, but not a 1 and a 3.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
DK is not getting a 1, man. I'm sorry.
They want a 1 and a 3.
Nah.
That
means they don't.
2 and be like, yo, be happy.
Well, now they don't have a quarterback, so they're gonna want to keep DK. I think they was just trying to see what the market was.
There without no quarterback.
Well, I mean, who
He wants the rock. He don't want that shit. He get me out of here.
Seattle has no quarterback. Seattle doesn't even have a quarterback right now. So and DK,
I can't remember his name. He played in North Carolina. He was with Washington last year or 2 years ago.
He's a backup quarterback. Well, when I say they don't have a quarterback,
is it Hauser, something like that?
Yeah, he's not going to be the starter. Right? I mean, DK
don't started for Washington for like 8-9 games.
Right, and then like they stopped.
He's average. He's not going to be the guy over there.
Then he got benched. So yeah, like I said, Seattle has no quarterback, and DK certainly does not want to be catching passes from a backup quarterback. So that's just not a good situation for a star receiver. So I just don't see them getting a first and a third. I mean, they might get a second next year and a third this year. That's something. That's something.
So a 2020 second and third.
A 2026 second.
3 hours, but they said you got a 1 and 3. You can have them right now.
I mean, if you're giving up Geno Smith for a third round, you're not going to get a first and a third for DK Metcalf. That's just not going to happen. So I think DK is unfortunately going to have to stay in Seattle, and he's going to have to see who they bring in at quarterback. It's not a good situation, I don't think, for Seattle. I think Seattle's like going to go through some issues this year and the next year.
Oh, definitely. Real quick, last but not least, 6-time Pro Bowler Darius Slay was released by the Eagles. Salary cap, we know that. Slay's a really good defensive back. Who would you like to see Slay go with? I would love to see Slay. I would like to see him go with the Lions. I think the Lions need all the help they can get on defense. And I think Slay is one of the guys they should be looking at to get.
I think you got to look at who has the largest cap when you talk about him. He's a hot commodity. I think there's probably about 15 teams or probably 20 teams that want to make a spot for him. But I think there's only 5 teams that have the cap space to do it.
Right.
2 of them are the Commanders and the Raiders have the cap space to acquire that player. And I think you're going to see a big push to get that done. I got an edge, even though I love my Raiders. We have a lot more needs. I like that. I would like them, if they sign him tomorrow, I love it. But I think the Commanders have more leeway. They have $95 million in cap space. Even after the re-signing and acquisition of Debo, they still have $95 million in cap. So I'm like, man, you guys are rolling. And they got
a lot of rookie contracts.
Yeah, I mean,
starting with the quarterback, you know what I'm saying?
They got the quarterback for 4 more years.
They give him pennies, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know he's going to get the bag later, but right now they got him under control where they're giving him pennies.
They're in a good situation. So I see him going, realistically, I see the Commanders staying with the East Coast, but I could see him going to the Raiders. And that'd be a big ups for the Raiders.
They want to go somewhere where they're ready to win now. The Raiders are not ready to win now. It would have to be somewhere like the least team would be like the Rams, the Lions, the Chiefs, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The Bills maybe.
I mean, Commanders are like in the
Commanders
playoffs.
definitely. No,
Yeah.
Commanders also. But when you say the Raiders, that threw me off.
Well,
That's what I'm talking about.
he doesn't. And here's another thing: he doesn't have to move if he plays for the Commanders. He doesn't
Okay.
have to move. Like it's same geographic area because he can keep his house
There you
and just
go.
catch a train to DC from Philadelphia.
Okay, I got
So yeah,
a lot more players, but let's move on. Let's pivot to the NBA
sure.
so we can get people some NBA
Woo.
talk. I'm going to name you the Eastern Conference top records, the Western Conference, and then I'm going to throw in 6 teams, and I want you to tell me if they pretenders or contenders.
Gotcha.
The Cavs in the Eastern Conference, 52-10, first place. Celtics, second place, 44-18. My New York Knicks, 40-21, third place. Milwaukee Bucks, 36-25, fourth place. Pivot to the Western Conference. You got the Thunder, 51-11. The Lakers are 40-21. Nuggets, 40-22, third place. Grizzlies, 38-24. You ready for me, Mark?
Yep, let's
First
go.
team I'm going to name you, contenders or pretenders, the Houston Rockets at 37-25. Talk to us.
They're not going to make it out the first round.
Okay.
They're going to be matched up with the Golden State Warriors. A lot has happened in the NBA over the last.
I
12
forgot
games.
you Golden State bias. I hope you don't have to go.
It's not just Golden State. It's not just the fact that I'm a Golden State Warrior fan. It's the fact that the 2 biggest trades in the NBA, damn near history, occurred between the Lakers and the Mavs and the Miami Heat and the Golden State Warriors. And those 2 trades have turned these 2 teams around. The Lakers have won their last 8 straight, and the Warriors have gone 10-2 since Butler joined the team. These 2 teams, I mean, the Warriors went from 10-6, and they're inching up on a 5. They get that 5 seed. By the end, they'll be playing against the Rockets.
Okay,
They'll eliminate the Rockets.
So
The Rockets are pretenders. They don't have.
Let's focus on the Cavs itself.
Here. Look, the top 4 teams in the West that are gonna be in the semifinals of the Western Conference Championship are gonna be the Nuggets, the Lakers, the Warriors, and OKC. Everybody else is a pretender.
So Rockets are pretenders.
Correct.
Okay, we're gonna go to Eastern Conference. The Detroit Pistons, are they contenders or pretenders? They've been playing outstanding ball. A lot of people are really misunderstanding their game. CC balling, Cunningham is balling, Durham is balling, Beasley's balling, but is that enough for them to get out the first round? Mark?
Yeah, I think they are, and I think that unfortunately your Knicks are pretenders. So if the Knicks are pretenders, I would have to put the Knicks are pretenders. The Detroit Pistons are the contenders. I think when it comes playoff time, the lapses in the Knicks are going to become more prominent. When the Golden State Warriors played them this week, you can see a lot of lapses in there. They just have some defensive faux pas that they can't correct in time.
Yeah, a couple players out. Look out! We should have beat the Lakers yesterday. We were busting their ass.
You can say that about every single in an NBA game.
Saying,
you should have beat the Warriors. You probably should have beat the Warriors too, but you didn't do that either. And you got.
Yeah, I think Towns was out or something. Yeah, we listened.
Apparently,
and the Warriors are hot. Listen, I'm gonna give it to you.
And the Lakers are hot.
Right now.
And the Lakers are hot, but Towns.
We ran into 2 of the hottest teams.
Towns voluntarily did not want to play against Butler because he's scared of Butler for some reason. I'm not sure if Butler tagged his girl or something like that. I'm not sure what's going on with Towns, but he didn't want to play against Jimmy Butler and the Warriors.
Okay,
I don't think that would have made it worse.
Pistons are contenders or pretenders?
Pistons are contenders. I like the way they're playing, and they're playing great.
I'm not going to mention
they're going to be a dangerous playoff team.
I already know what you said about the Warriors. They contenders. I already know what you said.
The Warriors are the hottest team. Besides the Lakers, the Warriors are the hot. The Warriors and the Lakers are the hottest teams in the NBA.
Good. Let's move on because you're going to put me through a mental abuse right now with that Warriors talk. The Indiana Pacers at 35-25. Are they contenders or pretenders? Halliburton, Siakam and company. What do you think?
I mean, they're contenders to make it out the first round, but that's it.
No, if you can make it out the first round, you were contender to me.
I mean, the Cavs felt.
But the only thing is they're going to have to play a higher seed. So
well,
you think they're going to be one of the top 3s?
So in the East, we got the Cavs, Celtics, and the Bucks. They're going to be the top 3.
Knicks
Then
up there.
you have Detroit,
You
the
got
Knicks, and the
the
Pacers.
Knicks with 5-game better record than the
Once
Bucks.
we hit the playoffs, it's a different season. And then like your strengths are going to become, or, and the matchups are going to matter. So like when you have the way that you match up matters more so than what your record is. So
Right.
you can have an 8 seed beat a 1 seed depending on the matchup. But the Cavs, Celtics, and the Bucks are the best 3 teams, all healthy, right? Bucks don't have a lot of health, so they're dropping a little bit. But
The Pacers contenders or pretenders?
the Pacers, and the Knicks are all going to contend for the contender spot, that 4th spot. I can't. The Pacers are contenders. I can say that they're in the mix, but I'm not sure they can beat either Detroit or the Knicks though to get out the first round if they face them.
I agree with you, Abby. I agree with you. Okay, Minnesota Timberwolves, 35-29. Mark, I love you to death, Mark, but if I bring up Minnesota, do not bring up Sacramento. We're talking Minnesota. Are Minnesota contenders or pretenders?
Pretenders. I mean, no, they're not. They're not getting out of the. They're pretenders.
I think they're so underachieving this year after that great year last year. Instead of climbing, they're going backwards, dog.
Definitely going backwards, and they're just not.
Ant-Man is just ain't showing me enough every night. Like he's getting busy, and I understand he could do with so much. And losing Towns was big, and they're not getting nothing out of Randall. Randall's been hurt. You know what I mean? The young
I ain't even heard.
boy.
You ain't even heard Randall's name this whole season. Like, what has he been doing?
Yeah, he's been hurt. And I'm glad for the Knicks because Towns, we've been getting a lot of Towns, so it's starting to look like a good trade for us. Even though we gave up Randall and that young boy for Villanova, that jump shot shooter, I have a problem pronouncing his name, but the kid hit jump shots. He played with Golden State too, your Dub Nation, and now he's over there. He came through the other day, hit a game-winning shot, but I don't know if that's definitely not enough for Towns, and I think they went backwards since the Towns trade.
I agree with you.
Okay,
we agree on something.
We always agree on other shit, except this because you keep bringing up other teams. Okay,
you got to be granular. You have to be granular about everything.
No, I got it, but we ain't got time to be that shit. The LA Clippers.
Nah. Pretenders, easy.
Sure?
Period with a T. They're the Clippers. No, they're not.
See your man Harden jump a 50 bucket the other
man.
night?
The Clippers aren't getting out. Clippers ain't getting out. They're not getting out the first round, man. You see the top 4, the top 5. The Clippers are not getting out the first round. They're just not. OKC, Nuggets, Lakers, Warriors. That's gonna be the semifinals of the Western Conference. OKC, Lakers, Nuggets, Warriors.
I'm asking you 2 questions. Then we're gonna move on. Who's gonna give the Lakers trouble in the Western Conference? Besides
the Warriors,
your Dub Nation. I knew he was gonna say that.
The Warriors, the Warriors, and a healthy Nuggets. I think they get OKC on the matchups because OKC has some defensive problems with the Lakers. Nuggets are big, and they still, even though they have Luka and LeBron, they still don't have an answer for Jokic, and they don't have a small squad that can balance that like the Warriors do. The Warriors can shoot. Lakers, they play inside out. So I just don't think they can get past the Nuggets.
I agree. Okay, if LA played the Warriors with Joe Bias' ass, who wins?
Warriors.
Tell me who wins. Warriors or Lakers in the playoffs.
Warriors in 5 or 6. I think 5, but I'll be safe and go Warriors.
7-game series?
And Warriors in 6. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they can't. They have no answer for Steph, and they have no answer for Butler. You can't. I mean, in this tandem, I don't even know how we got Butler, but
the Lakers ain't got no answers for Jimmy Butler.
I mean, we got Draymond Green, and we got.
Can't guard Jimmy Butler.
They can't guard Jimmy Butler. No, nobody, and they can't guard Steph. They can't guard Steph.
Warriors ain't deep enough. First of all, I keep saying that. Right now they're on the winning streak, but they're not deep enough, dog.
They're deep enough. They're deep enough for 6.
You got no big man at all.
Man,
the guards are small.
If Steph is playing the way he played in 2022, well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Steph is playing the way he played when they made that championship run in 22. If he plays like that, Butler doesn't even have to. I mean, you see what Butler's stats are. They're not as great as he was in Miami
Yeah, he averages 17 points.
Because he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to go out
That's
there and
other shit. No. Listen,
because
Andrew Wiggins. Hold on. Let me back up and make your statement. Andrew Wiggins and Butler's got the same numbers, but Butler's way more productive. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, it makes
same numbers. So you would think, this is why I tell people that number shit, that numbers never lies, bullshit. Butler and Andrew Wiggins are going two different ways.
But they don't have the same numbers. They have. No.
Oh my God! How you gonna tell me when they made the trade?
I'll tell you where you're. I'll tell you where you're wrong. I'll tell you where you're wrong. You want to know why you're wrong? Do you want to know?
I got these. I did my homework, so you ain't gonna correct me on this.
Apparently, you didn't do enough of homework.
17 points, similar rebounds. Maybe Butler won't.
Okay, so
that's it.
How is Butler getting his points?
All I'm saying is he's still.
But that's the difference. That's the homework you were supposed to do.
Butler does a lot more.
Look at Wiggins.
Defense.
Look at Wiggins.
He hits bigger shots.
No, that's not why Butler is effective. Butler is effective because he gets to the free throw line. That is the biggest difference between Wiggins on the Warriors and Butler on the Warriors. Since you want to do your homework,
so he's more productive.
Since you want to do your homework, do your homework. The Warriors are averaging twice as many free throws.
Yes or no?
The Warriors are averaging twice as many free throws.
That's what I'm talking about.
The Warriors are averaging twice as many free throws with Butler on the team than when Wiggins was on the team.
Okay, I'm gonna break it down to your level. If he gets more to the free throw line and it helps the team win, that means he's more productive than Andrew Wiggins. That's not the same.
But they don't have that. That means they don't have the same numbers. That's not the same numbers.
They got the same average, Mark.
I know, but how you get those points is more important than the points themselves.
Oh my God, you're making my point and you don't even know it. I said they got the same numbers, but he's more productive.
You can't say they're not the same numbers because they don't score the same way.
To the free throw line, so that's why he's
you
better.
You cannot say that they cannot in basketball. You cannot
want to move on.
Let's move on because comparison in basketball.
I cannot win against
you cannot make
the
that. And actually, Wiggins has a lower field goal percentage
when
too.
it comes to the Warriors, you like Skip Bayless.
But look, you have to look. If you're going to talk numbers, you have to look at the numbers. You can't just say they both average 17 points a game. That doesn't say anything.
Mark Bayless, you're right. Let's move on. Can we move on, please?
It's your show.
No, it doesn't mean you my boy.
No, it's your show. You can move on anytime you want. I mean, but you don't. But hey, I'm trying to teach you the numbers of the game, and you're not understanding. But it's okay. It's okay.
Listen, you my little brother. Don't forget that. All right, let me hear your Mount Rushmore. There's no wrong answers. Everybody got their top four, but I want to hear your top four. Now, you want to hit mine first, or you want to do one each? How do you want to do it? I'll give that to you.
Any way that makes it come. Now, top four what? Basketball players of all time.
Yeah, the Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Who's your four guys on that mountain?
Okay. We do it. We can each give our four. That's fine.
So you want to do four each, or we do one at a time?
I think, okay, let's do one at a time.
Okay. Obviously, I'm going Michael Jordan, number one. Who you going number one?
Bill Russell, number one.
Okay. Okay, number two, I got LeBron James. Who would be your number two?
Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, okay. You're going big man, I see.
Well, we're talking about the best of all time.
Like I said, there's no wrong answers. Everybody got their own opinions. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. My number three is Kobe Bryant. Who's your number three?
My number three is Michael Jordan.
Okay. And my number four on the Mount Rushmore is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I went big man like the way you went in the first two.
He's my number four. Kareem is my number four. So I Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The top four basketball players.
I'm not going to lie to you. I ain't never seen a four like this in my life. And it's good that, I got somebody that actually switched it up because usually my shares be like three of the same, but you actually got three different. So I kind of like that. Like I said, this is all opinionated. You know, you got people that got more solid ones than others, but I'm not going to argue with your fault because everybody in here is incredible. So
Gotcha.
it is what it is with that. Yeah. Now, anything else you want to tap on? We're closing in on an hour. Anything else you want to tap on before we go to the choose one and why?
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Yeah, I'll be at the I'll be in Dallas at the Star at the Dallas Cowboys facility for the Big 12 Pro Day, where young Xavier Guillory will be showcasing his skills and letting the world know what his 40 is. It's a low 4.4 or a high 4.3. So I can't wait to see what the final number is going to be. But he has some good stats coming out. It's going to raise his NFL prospects. So I can't wait to be in Dallas the week after next on March 19th and 20th for the Big 12 Pro Day. It'll be on NFL Network on the 19th and the 20th from 12 to 3 with full NFL coverage. I might even be on TV. I might be interviewed. So, like, we'll see what happens, man. I'll give you a shout out.
I'm not here. I'm playing devil's advocate. You know I won't hate on your little cousin. Sure. My thing is, what made him leave so early, Mark? Because from my understanding, he was Arizona State third receiver, maybe fourth receiver. Me personally, I would have loved them to jump into their number 1-2 this year because I'm him and a couple guys are leaving. What made the decision? I mean, obviously, probably money's a motive, but beside money, what made them jump to the NFL? Because I would have loved to see your cousin right now being the 1-2 over there in Arizona and putting some hella numbers up. What was the decision making there that just made him go to NFL?
I mean, his numbers, his cumulative numbers are great. In his D1 average, he had 138 catches, 1,938 yards, and 15 touchdowns, including 4 touchdowns in the last 4 games of his senior season. So he's a senior. And he was the ex-receiver.
Oh, he's a senior. Okay, I didn't know that.
He was the ex-receiver both years at Arizona State that went through 5 quarterbacks.
Right. I didn't know he was a senior. I'm thinking he was.
He had 5 quarterbacks and 3 offensive coordinators at Arizona State. They replaced their offensive coordinator last year, and then they brought in a new one this year. So, and you know, he had decent contested catch ratio. Like I said, he finished the year with 4 touchdowns in 4 games. One magnificent.
Yeah, he killed them late. We was watching that.
Yeah, he had one of the probably the best catch of the year. Best catch of the year against Iowa State in the Big 12.
Look at yo, buddy, you gotta know. I seen it. One of them looked like he stepped out of bounds, but you said they gave it.
I was at that game. That was a BYU game. I was there. He didn't step out of bounds.
You said no, Al. They gave it to him because he did look out of bounds. But listen, I'm not hating. If they gave it to him,
it wasn't out of bounds.
They gave it to him. I'm clapping.
That was the BYU game.
Me and you, his foot looked out of bounds, though, dog.
But it might have looked out of bounds, but it wasn't out of bounds. I mean, if you're the inbounds, the out of bounds. So I'll be at the pro day in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, 13 days. I'll be at the pro day. Looking forward to that.
Okay. Good luck. Give us some updates on that if you can.
Sure.
And even if I could pull you in on the pro day. Hopefully, I don't think it's going to be on a Friday. If it is,
on Thursday. The wide receivers on Thursday.
I definitely could have pulled you in on the show on that. But whatever you could get, we'll be more than happy to hear that. If something happens big, let me know, and I'll just get you in the show the next day just to put that, out there. Bro.
In addition to Xavier Guillory, there'll be Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, not Isaiah Bond, but the Colorado receiver. I mean, Jake Beck from TCU.
Right.
There's a lot. I mean, it's going to be packed. So if he stands out at Big 12 Pro Day, then it's looking good.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
And I'm happy to hear that. He knows what he got to do. He knows what he got to do. So
you being on my show, and we got a family member that get in. Let's get it, baby.
That's right.
Okay. So real quick, like I said, anything come up, make sure you hit me so we can take care of that, get you on the show.
Sure.
You ready for the choose one and why?
Yep.
All right, we're going point guards. Kenny Anderson, a.k.a. Mr. Chids played with Georgia Tech, or Rod Strickland, a.k.a. Rod? Who and why?
I'm gonna go with Rod Strickland, more physical. Not Kenny Anderson was a lot finesse, great moves. Rod Strickland was a street baller that learned to play the pro game, and he was strong, and he just all around game.
Put your
But
answers in, guys.
his street game was like elevated into the pros. So I like Rod's game better.
Okay. Kenny had the bigger name coming out of high school, coming out of college. He was supposed to be the next, I don't know what, but to me, he never got there. Strickland, to me, more consistent, quiet, play ball the way ball was supposed to be played. And there's not a person I heard spoke bad about Strickland my whole life. I heard people dissing Kenny many times. Strickland, everybody loves Rod. And I'm not saying that makes him better, but what I'm trying to say, he does his talking on the basketball court.
And he was more physical than Kenny Anderson.
There you go. I agree with you. Told you we agree. You said we don't agree. Okay, we go on small forwards in a prime. In a prime. Paul Pierce, a.k.a. The Truth. Or Kawhi Leonard, a.k.a. The Claw. Who and why?
So we have to emphasize in their prime and healthy, okay, for this pick. Even though I love Inglewood, always up to no good, Paul Pierce, I'm gonna go away from the
Both of them got chips.
I'm gonna go away, and I'm gonna say Kawhi Leonard, when healthy in his prime, was probably one of the best players in the NBA. Probably the best player in the NBA for that 2 years that he was, at least 1.5 years that he was healthy. So I'm going Kawhi Leonard, just a complete game.
Yeah, but 1.5 years is enough to just say that you like him better.
For that, if we're just strictly talking about in their prime.
No, The Truth was consistent every year.
Paul Pierce.
If I ask you who had the highest peak, oh, definitely Kawhi.
Right.
But consistency, I would say Paul.
I would have to say, if I'm looking at a 5-year window, then I'll say Paul. But if I'm looking at hey, give me 1 year where they both at their peak, Kawhi Leonard's the best player.
When I tell you prime, how many years you think is in a player's prime?
I'm looking at your best year. Your best year where you.
1 year, I look at about at least 5 years.
Oh well, then it makes it. If that's the case, then that makes the choice easy. Pierce is the better player because I think Kawhi, even before he had his breakout season where he won a championship, he wasn't consistent. He's always been injury prone. Not that Paul Pierce was not, but Paul Pierce, number one, was a stretch. He could play bigger and smaller. So I like that about Paul's game. And I think Paul was a pure shooter. And he had a beautiful jump shot, and was very strong in the paint. Kind of unheralded in the paint.
Both of them is great. Let's keep it a bang, though.
I know they're both great, but I'm looking at. But Paul Pierce is the bigger body, so I'll go with Paul Pierce. If you're talking about a 5-year period, Paul Pierce is the pick. Don't get choked up.
Yeah, I'm thinking about both right now, and I could easily lean any way. But how do you go against the word the truth, though? You know what I'm saying?
Paul. Hey man, Paul Pierce.
I'm the raw truth. Though. If I'm the raw truth, how can I go against a dude named the Truth? So
you can go if you're Paul.
I gotta go double P on this one.
Hey.
I'm going Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce, he survived a neck attack in the club, so I'm gonna go with him.
He got stabbed and all that. Now, both of them been through tragedy. Kawhi had to look at his father get murdered.
Yeah,
he looked at it in a car wash at 16, and then his sister did life in jail. But Paul had physical shit done to him.
right.
One had mental, one had physical. So both of them went through some shit. I wish I could say tie, but we don't do ties on my show. So I'm going with double P all the way to the bank.
I agree with you.
Okay. Last but not least, this is a tricky one. Might seem easy, but it's tricky. Power forwards. Little dog, I want to hear your answer. LaMarcus Aldridge, a.k.a. L.A., or Vin Baker, a.k.a. Vin Diesel. Who and why?
Well, if we're talking power forwards, I'm going with
And both
LaMarcus.
of them can play center too.
Well,
Power forward /
well,
center.
that's not that's Vin liked to play on the perimeter, even though he played big. He liked to he would go to the post and then push out and shoot either a shoulder or on the base. LaMarcus is an inside guy. He was a truer power forward. So I'm gonna go with LaMarcus Aldridge as a true power forward. I don't think Vin was a true
Vin
power
Baker
forward.
wasn't a true power forward.
I don't think he was. No, because
was
he liked to
trash
shoot.
the ball.
He liked to
If
shoot
anything,
in the
LaMarcus, I
perimeter.
remember seeing a
LaMarcus
lot of
Aldridge
jump shots.
was inside power forward. He was the prototypical power forward. If we're talking about power forwards,
Vin Baker was in the paint all the time.
Vin Baker was finesse and liked to shoot outside. 10 feet was Vin Baker's spot. He wasn't going to the rack like LaMarcus.
The only thing I knock about Vin Baker that he started drinking too fucking much during his basketball career. There was a moment that Vin Baker was like unstoppable. Him and Big Dog Robinson, they was killing shit in the Eastern Conference.
LaMarcus Aldridge, man,
I like Aldridge. I love Aldridge.
He dominated the inside when he played in his prime. He dominated the inside of the key. Vin Baker never did that. He was actually a good player, but he was more of a guy that gets the ball on the post and then turns up and steps back and shoots. LaMarcus is going inside and trying to dunk on your ass. That wasn't
send you some videos.
That wasn't Vin's game. So, but we're talking power forwards.
The elbow for the foul shot, but LaMarcus can shoot that shit too. But I got to show you some Vin work. Vin was giving dudes work inside. You must be making a mistake with Big Robinson, dog. Vin was going inside, dog.
I remember Vin. He's a finesse power forward.
Listen, this was both of them to me finesse. I don't look
LaMarcus
at Aldridge and
was not finesse.
I don't see him as a dog. He ain't no dog to me.
LaMarcus was a dog.
Nah, he ain't no dog to me. But anyway, it's all good. It's all right to disagree. Any last words, Mark?
Hey, it's all good, man. Hey.
Yo, my battery's running low. I gotta do the spin off.
It's all good.
So talk to me, bro.
No, it's all good. Thanks for having me. Good to be back on. And we'll get it in a few weeks or a couple weeks.
Great work, my brother. Out of Who That Nation. Glad to have you back.
Raiders.
Like I said,
Smith.
Love. I did these you to show love even when you're not around.
Okay.
Don't be greedy with show love.
That's fair. That's fair.
When you show up to the party.
That's fair.
You feel me? Love, you the call. How you doing? That's all I ask. Dog.
It's all good, Al. I love you, man.
Your family, just know
We've
brother.
been going for years now, so it's all good.
Mark Guillory, a.k.a. Eric Allen, baby. I'll see you on the rebound, baby.
You crazy. Hey, Hall of Famer Eric Allen, by the way.
There you
Raider
go.
Nation.
Stay good, baby. And he played with the Raiders. That's another thing. Okay, guys, we're going to do the spin-off. Good luck to everybody. I hope everybody got your comments in. Now, time for the spin-off. Chico Linston leaves everybody with 4 wins, but B4 just gave a high notice the other day. You said he's coming. You said games are over. He's tired of playing around. He's going to close this out like he did the prior 2 rounds. So be aware for B4, but B4 is coming. Let me get these numbers going, guys. I expect a lot of comments when I go to my comment box. Round 7, giveaway 1 through 20. Let the best man win. I haven't looked, but I got a feeling that Rob and D-Block is going at it. I could be wrong, but they was going at it in snack sessions. That's why I'm saying that. All right, 1 through 20. You know I'm a shake and bake them, marinate them, do whatever it takes to get all these, I don't want to say balls because then I got to say pause right after it. All right, here we go. Let the best man win. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. 1 through 20, round 7. Here we go. On my goal, if it jumps out, anything funny, no play. I'm on my umpire shit right now. And I umpire fair. No money, no nothing. It's going to make the umpire different. Here we go. Give away one winner is. Got a winner. We got a winner. Let me move this to the side. Give away one. Round 7 winner is. Number 15. 15. Brian Ford wasn't lying. Brian Ford wasn't lying. When he said he was coming, he said he was coming. Brian Ford's your winner at number 15. Ty Chico listed with 4 wins in the 7th round. Let's go to giveaway 2. Brian Ford speaks it and he backs it up. All right. Give me a minute, guys. I'm trying to do it as fast as I could. '21 through 40. 21 through 40. Brian Ford's your winner. At 15. 21 through 40 now, guys. All right, here we go. '21 through 40. Here we go. Marinate these bad boys. Here we go. Here we go. Giveaway 2. Round 7. Winner is. Got a winner. We got a winner, baby. We got a winner. I had to go on the stash and get the lower deck joint out today. I thought I didn't have this shit. I went all the way back in my closet and found this motherfucker. Giveaway 2, round 7 winner is. Number 28. Number 28. It's the Philly Kid, baby. Philly Kid, I think got 3 wins. I gotta check it out. Philly Kid is your winner, baby. Number 28, 15's the winner in giveaway 1. B4 Ty Chico with 4 wins. And if I'm correct, the Philly Kid got at least in the 7th round. I got to check it out to make sure. Summary coming up. Oh, what a day. The snack sessions with my man, the R. Stood and watched the whole video. I watched half the video. I was laughing. We had a couple funny topics there going on. Came in today, Mark Guillory. I ain't see Guillory in over a month. Guillory came in, handled that business like he does. We tapped on some college basketball, top 10 teams, NFL free agents, and via trades, possible destinations where guys are going to be heading to, possible. We cover the NBA, contenders, pretenders. Man, we cover a lot of shit today. We covered the Mount Rushmore. He gave me his top 4. I gave him my top 4. Oh, you won, baby. You won, Doug. If you missed it, you better watch it. You better rewind it because you won, Doug. You got it, baby. And like I said, man, Mark Guillory came in and handled his business. I'm hoping to get my man the R in the rotation. I think the R is ready to go. It's up to R if he wants to, submit to my offer, and if he does, I'll definitely have the R in the rotation because I think the R is ready to go. But like I said, I'm not pressuring nobody to do nothing. This situation here it's a privilege to be on the show. But like I told y'all, when I had no show, motherfuckers didn't want to put me on a show. And I know why, because they thought I was going to take their followers. They was shooking me. I ain't shooking nobody. If a nigga come in and get followers for me, I don't give a fuck. I trust in what I do. I trust in my ability. I think I'm one of the greatest, but underground. Real talk. I mean, how can I not be the greatest? I played it as a kid. I watched it as a kid. And then I bring that real shit into it. The real part of my life that I went through goes into my sports. So you got knowledge, experience, range, off the head, everything. And I'm not talking shit. It's real. I mean, look at my videos, how much different shit I hit y'all with. That's called range. You got motherfuckers who just do gambling. You got motherfuckers that talk shit like a clown all day, Stephen A. Smith. I'm giving y'all everything, sports book reviews, 15 quickest minutes, fucking hour shows every Friday, free pick Fridays on Instagram, all kind of shit, because I does this for real, and I don't need to sell wolf tickets. Either you fuck with me or you don't. I know what I bring to the table, and I've been great in a lot of shit in my life, and I feel like this is the best I ever been in anything. I promise you I feel like that. When I was in the streets, dealing, bagging shit, bagging females, dressing, setting trends, I think I'm better now than I ever was in anything else, man. With that, y'all hold your heads, man. Al Your Sports. I love y'all. Make sure y'all go to Instagram, Twitter, follow me, and y'all gonna get nothing but work, man. 10 toes up, man. Al Your Sports, man. Love y'all, man.